Hello folks, and welcome back to Technology Review. I'm your host, Matt Jackson Jr. And again, this is our 300th episode since 2012. And we're looking forward to meeting more of you, and you're contacting me, finding out information on cybersecurity awareness education. You can contact me at macjacksonjr.com. That's macjacksonjr.com, or you can go to our corporate website at mjcc.com. That's mjcc.com. Cybersecurity awareness education. We talk about how to protect your business, your family, yourself from the fastest growing crime of the 21st century. To get back to where we left off at, we're going to talk about another device that hackers are using for pickpocketing. And this device, folks, it looks like a small size of your cell phone, and it is a really interesting device that hackers are using to read your credit card information and other information that emits an RFID. What happens is hackers will take this small device and have it in their pocket, and they can scan your purse outside of your pants, your wallets, and do it very, very discreetly, and you don't even know that it's happening. And what they can acquire is your credit card number, your expiration date, and the PIN, the zip code, and sometimes even the last name or the complete name that's on the card. It depends upon how much information that your card is giving off doing the RFID. And this is definitely something that has happened a lot. These hackers or criminals can use these devices in shopping malls and churches and concerts and just basically walk around and scan information. Your biggest protection for this is a card blocker. Yes, correct, is a card blocker, but there are lots of new cards that are coming out now that are eliminating the RFID within the credit card and having a EMV chip and other different techniques that your banking and financial institutions are implementing in their new setup. So definitely look for that. You will see your banker will contact you and ask your bank about having an anti-RFID setup for your credit card, so you don't have to have this type of scam. It's definitely very prevalent. And you'd like to see a video of this, go to my website and you'll be able to see a video of this demonstrated where hackers will use this device to scan purses and discreetly for people, and they don't even know it. So go to my Facebook page at facebook.com/Mac Jackson Jr. and you'll be able to see a video of this in progress. Pretty interesting stuff. Also, folks, there's been a lot of different websites and companies over the last few years have been hacked, and we've heard about that. The databases of these different companies have been hacked, where information, our personal information, has been stored, like our email address and other contact and other personal identifiable pieces of information. And then the question is, well, what do we do about it? How could we fight against this? Well, first of all, we need to find out if your information is compromised within these databases. There is a website that I'd like to give to you that you could check your email address, and people that you know, I would suggest checking your personal email and your corporate email as well, and to see if your email address is in this particular database. The website is called Have I Been Pwned. That's Have I Been PWNED.com. You go to this website and you enter your email address. It will show you and tell you how many hacked databases and companies that your email address has shown up in over the last few years. It's very, very interesting, and I would suggest you do this. If you see your email in there and it tells you that your email was in a database, I would suggest changing your passwords immediately. ASAP, change your password as soon as possible. And I would create a policy within, for yourself, that every 60 days or 90 days, change your password. This will make sure that your password is changed and it cannot be compromised. If you do have the capability to do two-tier authentication, that means that there's two levels of access to your particular email. Google has it. A lot of companies are implementing this two-tier authentication. What that means is you are giving your password, and then the database or the email system will send a text message to your smartphone, for example. And from there, it will give you a code that you will enter into your browser to verify that you are the authentic user. Two-tier. First your password and then a code that will be sent to your phone. This will give you two-tier authentication. I would suggest using this method as well, giving you an extra layer of protection. It can be a hassle because normally we're just used to using our user ID and a password and bang, we're in. Now we have to enter our user ID and our password and then wait for a authentication code from our cell phone or other sources. It could be, you could have a meter. Also, some companies have meters that they're giving their employees, little devices that will have their code sent to them. Others will have a phone number that you would call to verify, but in most cases it will be your cell phone, and it will send you a text message. You will then take this text message and then enter your code in that way, and you could be able to get to your website. Let's see. I also want to say hello to Saul. Saul also joined us here on Facebook Live. Thank you again, Saul, for joining us. And Michael, thank you again. And Deborah Bakimi, thank you. So definitely take a look at two-tier authentication. If you have a Gmail account, you can sign up for two-tier authentication. It's free, doesn't cost you anything, but it gives you a second layer of protection. If your company has two-tier authentication, you may talk to your IT department or your HR department. I'm sure they will talk to you on ways to set that up for you within your organization to have two-tier authentication. So definitely a way of giving you that layer of protection. So again, to summarize, folks, just in this particular point, make sure you check out your email address at haveibeenpawned, pwned.com, and see if your email address is in that database. If it is, well, definitely you need to change your password. So what can we do about this? How can we protect our company's data and make sure that we don't have email addresses from our customers, our vendors, and our employees show up at these underground databases? Well, the best way to do that is to be informed. I would suggest having your employees enrolled, folks, in our cybersecurity awareness training course that we have available online 24/7. Our cybersecurity awareness training course you will be able to find at www.mjcc.com. Enroll your employees in our course. We have now been very honored to have our course picked up by Homeland Security under the Federal Employee Catalog, and where all federal employees can have access to our course. And your business can as well. We cover case studies, what to do, what's going on in the workplace as far as identity theft and how it's the fastest growing crime, and steps you can do to protect yourself from these cyber crimes and from hackers. So the question may be, how and why are hackers wanting to take your data? Well, we're going to talk about that in our next segment on how they could take your data and why they want to do it and what's the value of it. Folks, there is intrinsic value that you wouldn't believe. It's amazing how much money your information is worth. But again, to contact me, let me give you this information again. To find me, you would go to my website, and it's Mac Jackson Jr., macjacksonjr.com. You could send me information through email at info@macjacksonjr.com. You can go to Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. On YouTube, remember to share, like, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, where I would have interviews from industry experts regarding identity theft and cyber crimes. We also have lunch and learns that we will be hosting here in Las Vegas at the Switch Innovation Center. Our next one is scheduled for October 18th, where we'll have a detective from the Metropolitan Police Department Fraud Division to come in and talk to us about current fraud attacks and fraud instances in Southern Nevada. You definitely want to be there and check this out. This is a lunch and learn that we'll be providing, and we'd like to invite you all to sign up and be a part of it. So definitely come and check that out as well. Again, my name is MacJacksonJr.com. You can find me on Instagram as well. We just started that up, Instagram. We're doing Instagram posts as well, and we're getting a lot of your emails and your comments. Really appreciate it. Want to give thanks out there to everybody that has supported us. And folks, we'll be right back in our next segment here in Technology Review after these messages.